Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to discuss about AllExcept function in Power BI. So why do we use AllExcept function? So AllExcept function removes all report context filter in the table except filter applied in a specified column. So whatever the column we are going to specify in the AllExcept function, the filter context will going to applied on those columns only of that particular table. Rest of the filter which are going to applied on any other column, the filter context will not going to applied on those columns which are not present in all except function. So this is the syntax, or this is the signature. This is the all except keyword. Here we need to provide a table name and we need to provide the column names. Suppose we are providing the table name of the existing table. So see, we need to use the physical table. Expression, the table which going to be created by with the help of a expression, that will not going to allowed here. So this is the name of the column, this is allowed. This is the filter context. With the help of this filter, not filter context, this is the filter function. With the help of that filter, we are creating a table. So this table will not allowed as an input parameter of all except function. It will always going to allow physical table. Now the column, additional column references within the same reference table or table that is one side of the relationship, adding to one column is optional. What it is saying, that suppose we are giving a column name. So the column name could be the column name could be which is present in this physical table, or if there is a relationship between this table to some other table, then from other table column name we can also provide here. This is the example. So like this is the table name and this is the column name. This is the table name, this is the column name. This is the syntax generally we write whenever we are going to supply the column name in all except function. So this is very important. All except is typically used as a calculate modifier and not a standalone function. So this is please make a note that all except function typically used as a modifier. This is not, we cannot use as a standalone table function. So let's discuss the all except function with the help of this DAX query. So what it is doing here, this is the name of the measure. Here we are just using the calculate function. This is the measure which is calculating the total customer sales. Now here we are using the all except function. This is the table name, this is the table name, and we are using its corresponding table, means the table with, this is the table, right, and this is the column, but these columns are not present in AP sales by store table. It is present in AP calendar table and AP store lookup table, but there is an association between AP sales by store table and AP sales AP calendar table and AP store lookup table. That's why in the all except function we can provide the column name which is present in AP store lookup table and the AP calendar table. Here here we are using all except as a calculate modifier to remove all the initial filter context from of the of AP sales by store. So first what it will going to do, this all except function, it will going to remove all the filter context which is present over this AP sales column. Means if any filter is going to applied of the column which is present in this table, it will not going to work except the filters on the following column. So all the filter context will going to remove except the filter context which begin from these two columns, AP transaction date and AP sales outlet ID, which is part of the AP which is part of all except function. So apart from these two column, if any filter will going to applied on AP sales by a store, that filter will not going to apply during the calculation of this measure AP all except demo. Now, so suppose this is the date filter, right? So this is this may this measure above return a customer sales by store ID and out and date, but ignore filter context created by other filter product category. So whenever we are going to change the filter, this column is populating with the help of this measure. If we are going to change this filter context will going to applied here, but if we are going, if suppose here is another filter no name as a product category or any other filter which is associated with AP sales by store table, those filter context will not going to apply during the calculation of AP all except underscore demo measure. I will show you this. When if you are not able to understand here, it's okay. Please be with me for a couple of minutes when I will do the exercise and when I will create this visualization with the help of a different kind of a filter, then we can able to understand what does it means. This is the data model which we are going to use in this exercise. If you want to understand the data model, then please watch video number 12 in this playlist. Here what I am just doing, I am just creating one measure, that is the AP customer sales. What it is doing, it is taking the value from AP retail quantities sold and AP retail sales by AP retail unit price, from the table AP retail sales by a store, and it will going to multiply it and it will going to give a scalar value. So total sales, AP retail quantity sold, AP retail unit price, product, and their sum. This is the measure. What it is doing, it is using the calculate function. This is the measures on which we are doing the calculation which we have created above. Here we are using the all except function, and the table which we have written is AP retail sales by store. So if first it will going to remove all the filter context from this table apart from the filter context which is applied over here, AP retail product group and a of the table AP retail product lookup and the column AP retail transaction date of table AP retail calendar. So let me first create these two measures, then we will move further. So this AP customer sales, this measure has already created, so I will not going to create it. I am going to create it AP retail customer sales all except. So let me go to the Power BI. Let me delete this visualization. Let me save it. Let me go to this dedicated measure table. Here let me create a new measure. Name of the major is AP retail, customer sales, all except. Here what I am just doing, I am just using the calculate. In the calculate, I am using AP retail customer sales, and here what I am just doing, I am using this all except function. All except, all except from where? AP retail sales by store. Just remove all the filter initial filter context from this table. Apart from AP retail product group, from product group this column, and AP retail transaction, sorry, AP retail calendar, which column? Transaction date. So what it will going to do during the calculation of this AP retail customer by sales, it will initially it will remove all the filter context from this table apart from this one, AP retail product group and AP retail transaction date. This AP retail product lookup and AP retail calendar has a relationship with AP retail sales by store. That's why we have given this column. Let me go to the PPT. Now, here, what I'm just doing, I'm just creating a matrix visualization. Here, this is the product group. Here, the customer sales, and here the measures which we have created. These are the two measures which we have created. One is the AP customer sales, and which is another AP retail customer sales all except. So it has the all except function. Here, this is the parameter. If we are going to change the parameter, the corresponding value which is getting generated with the help of this measures will going to change. So let's create this visualization. Let me create a table. First is AP retail product. This is the product lookup table, right? This is the product lookup table. Then AP retail product category, product group. So this is the product group. This is the first column. Instead of table, let me create a matrix. First is product group, and second is product. Let me put here. Second column would be AP retail customer sales, and next would be AP retail customer sales, AP retail customer sales all except. Let me make it little bit bigger so that Let me increase the font. Okay, values. Let me increase to 15. Then column header. Let me increase to properties. Can we increase anything else? Header icon on to rotate visuals row header. We have this one. This is looking good. Now let me create a slicer. So this is a slicer, and in the slicer we need to give date, right? AP retail, AP retail AP calendar transaction date. So retail transaction date, right? We can see here. Let me just expand it. If I am going to change the date, the corresponding value is changing. We can see here. If we check here, the corresponding values will also going to change. If we are going to make any kind of a change in this filter is based on what? This filter is based on AP calendar transaction date. If you are going to change it, the corresponding value of this measure is also going to change because the filter context is applied on the transaction date. Now let's go to the PPT. So this is the another filter which we have provided, and this is the AP retail product group. If we are going to change it, suppose here we are just writing the coffee beans. So here it is a product category. If we are making any kind of a change or any kind of a selection here, this the measure which is getting calculated with the help of AllExcept function, the filter context is not going to apply. Only two column we have given where the filter context is applied. One is transaction date and another is AP retail product group. So let me just do this exercise. Here, let me create another slicer. First, let me give the product group. Let's see product group, it is changing or not. AP retail product group. This is the product lookup table. So this is the product group. Okay. Let me change. Let me make change. Like this is the beverages. So see, this is changing. Here, let me put here add on. It is changing because in the filter context, there are two columns which we have given. One is AP retail transaction date and another is AP retail product group. Now, let me give a column in this slicer apart from these two column, and let's see the value which getting calculated with the help of this measure which has a AllExcept function. the value is changing or not. So let me create another slicer and let me give the product category. Let me choose here. Let me choose coffee. See, the values are same. It is not changing. If we are choosing drinking chocolate, the values are same. It is not changing because at the initial label, all the filter context has been removed with the help of AllExcept function. The table is associated with AP sales by store. Since this is the AP retail product lookup table is there and it is associated with AP sales by store, and we are removing all the initial filter context apart from transaction date of calendar table and product group of product lookup table. All the filter context will not going to apply. In this video, we have seen how we can use all except function in Power BI. Let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.